Capricorn, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 1st of August 2022, or whenever you find me, that's cool too. Okay, a Capricorn, hopefully doing a short and sweet reading here for you, but I have been asked to get you another card from the Chakra Insight Oracle. Let's see what we've got. That one, thank you. So you do have the sacral chakra. Now, sometimes when I do get these kind of generic chakra points, that's when the guides will ask me to draw another card just to kind of fill out and make it a little bit more specific. But sacral chakra, there's a lot of things that could relate to it. Could be creativity, sexuality, sensuality, birthing new ideas. We will see how it fits in with the rest of the reading. Now, you also have the connection card. And the words on the card here are universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. So that, has got the green border. Obviously, that's leading into that heart space chakra, but also it can definitely have that connection in with the sacral chakra as well, that idea of family and support and having connection there. Now, I'm also looking for a card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck for you. And that's that one. Thank you. And you have Mary Magdalene. How beautiful. Okay. So Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. So Capricorn, definitely a real love vibe coming through for you this week. And as the words there say, unconditional love. So I feel like this is I've got a very gentle, peaceful, like I've just had a wave of peace wash over my body as I'm talking to you. So it's an extremely peaceful, grounded, heart-based connection. It's that unconditional love is really coming through very strongly in this reading for you this week. Now the cards here at the center of the reading are going to be like a central theme for you, and then we will flesh out with a couple of tarot cards as well. But this week I have been asked to include a new deck, which is the Path of the Soul Destiny cards, and this is intuitive fractal art. And what I would invite you to do, if you would like, is when I hold the card up to the camera, if you would like to, once I find the focus, if you'd like to, you can pause the video, tap into the image of the card and see if there's any particular intuitive messages that are coming through for you. So we are our own best guide, our higher self, our source, whatever your beliefs are around that. But much better to get an intuitive message from yourself, your higher self, etc., than take a message from me or take a message from the book. So if you're drawn to, please feel free to do that. So it's card number 19. I just need to find the spot where it's not glaring off the spotlight and where it's in focus. So I think that's pretty good there. Then I've got to hold it straight. This is such a challenge, Capricorn. I've got to hold my tongue the right way. Okay, so as I said, if you do wish to pause the video, you could do that now. See what messages are coming in for you. So I'll just pop it down while I pull up the right page. Okay, Capricorn, as I said, number 19. And the words on the card, or the message in the book, is clarity. A beautiful clarity has begun for you. Your mental, physical, and emotional bodies are undergoing a detoxification process. You may have already noticed that your thought processes are more clear and exact. Your physical body is running more energy, and old emotional issues Your physical body is running more energy. Okay, all right. And old emotional issues are being released from the cells. Once this cleanse is complete, you can look forward to experiencing more joy and contentment in life. This clarity also brings with it a deeper understanding of your purpose here on earth. You are being renewed in every way. Okay, Capricorn. It feels like this is almost a with that purple there, with that indigo, and the indigo in that connection card, I feel like this is almost a link. And if we look, I don't know if you can see clearly enough in that image there, but we've also got the throws back to the green here in that top corner. So I feel like there's almost this link between the heart and the third eye. So I feel like this connection for you is not only about connection into community, but it's also connection into your own higher self, into your intuitive wisdom, that third eye opening up and seeing and feeling more on an intuitive level. Okay, so we will get a couple of cards from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So Capricorn, the energy coming into the week for you is the Wheel of Fortune. So if you have been struggling with anything at the moment or lately, the Wheel of Fortune does indicate that the wheel is turning in your favor. Fortunes are shifting for you. So the wheel, as we know, it continues to go round and around. Sometimes we're on the top, sometimes we're on the side, sometimes we're on the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune, when it comes out upright in a reading, it means that your fortunes are have turned, and you are now at the top of the wheel. Now, like anything in life, as I said, things go in cycles. So hopefully this is a long cycle for you, but in any case, enjoy it. So while you're at the top of the wheel, while you're feeling great, while you're feeling absolutely embraced by this unconditional love and this connection to community and connection to, higher wisdoms or source, whatever the case may be, enjoy it. Now the energy, this has kind of thrown me a little bit given all those beautiful cards. So the energy moving out of the week into future possibilities is the Five of Swords. So I really don't like this card, I'm going to be honest, Capricorn, not in terms of the rest of the reading. Because what this card can indicate is that there may be some future conflict down the track for you. And look, I feel like the reason I spoke about, and I wouldn't ordinarily speak about, that Wheel of Fortune turning, I feel like if this energy is coming for you, and this may not be next week, this could be next month, next year, I feel like it is a reminder. It was, the message came through specifically for you as a reminder that, as I said, enjoy the wheel while you're on top. But sometime in the future, you may be faced with this uncomfortable energy again. And just to realize whenever this is, and, we're humans and we live in the human world at the moment, we're always going to have these challenging energies, these conflicts. And if at any point in the future it feels like it's too much and you're overwhelmed and you don't want to be involved in the conflict, whatever it is, just remember that these things are cyclic. So the wheel will turn again, and there will be a point where you can remove yourself from any potential conflict, and you can, be in the joy and happiness and abundance of the Wheel of Fortune being upright. Okay. So the bulk of the reading here, or the rest of the reading, I'm using the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris-Anne. So we'll just see what additional cards want to come out. That is far too many. I'm going to take that one though. Do you have the Four of Pentacles? And this is in the position of obstacles, blocks, gifts or strengths for you this week. It feels like it's more of an obstacle or a block for you, Capricorn. It feels like there may be a little bit of fear around your financial security, around your resources, the support you have. The advice that's coming through for this card in this position is that the Four of Pentacles is about having a solid foundation. So when we build a house, we've got the four corners of the house to build a solid foundation. So the Four of Pentacles is telling me you have a solid foundation. Sometimes this card can represent a feeling of sometimes feeling lack in terms of financial, as I said, financial support. But, you really do have enough. And sometimes it can also be this idea of holding on to things too tightly. So sometimes we've got to let go of that, if we focus on something too much, that gives it energy and power. So sometimes we need to let go of any fear that we have around those things to open up space for more abundance, for more of those beautiful pentacles to come into us. So I do feel like that is a message for some of my Capricorns today. So please do take it as it resonates. As always, as I always say, a reading will not resonate, obviously, for absolutely everyone. So please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So if that isn't a message for you, that is all okay. And yeah, take what resonates for you. Capricorn, I feel like I'm all tongue-tied right now. What's going on? Okay, just a couple more cards for you. This card's come out a lot this week, Capricorn. Okay, you have the Judgment card. This is hearing a call to a higher purpose. Okay, again, we are seeing that indigo vest of the raccoon there. So hearing a higher call, I do feel like for some of my Capricorns, this is that higher call, as I said below here, a higher call to working in that intuitive space. Okay, so tapping into that intuitive wisdom, maybe tapping into messages from guides, etc., etc. Okay. So the last part of the reading, the last two cards we have here are the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. This is loosely in the position of your health, and this is health in terms of body, mind, and soul. So you may just be feeling like, it's interesting because the Six of Pentacles tells me that you feel like you've got a good balance with everything. So I do feel like this could be an overall, status for your health, and that is health in terms of body, mind, and soul. I feel like it could be more even leaning into more the physical sense of health. So I do feel like you're well balanced. You have got to a point where you realize you're in a pretty good place. There's still room to grow. But this Four of Cups is telling me that sometimes there might be a little bit of disinterest, maybe, that crops into your mental and emotional health. So you can see here that she's been offered this brilliant, bright, new cup full of joy and abundance. It's so bright, it's even wearing sunglasses. And she kind of refuses to look at it. She's like, no, I'm good. I've got the 3 cups here. So it may well be that in terms of mental and emotional health, sometimes maybe for some of you, it's asking you whether are you not seeing something that's being offered to you, okay? This is essentially an Ace of Cups. This is essentially a gift from the universe for new beginnings, additional abundance and joy and happiness. So as I said, do take that as it resonates. That may resonate for some of my Capricorns. I don't feel like it's a massively huge message for you guys. Maybe sort of sitting into that 30%. So the Nine of Swords has also come out. This is in position of relationships. So this is interesting because you've got a lot of really beautiful, strong cards here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Judgment. That does tell me that there's some big shifts that are changing in your life. This beautiful connection card, the intuitive message from that intuitive fractal card, unconditional love, it doesn't get much better than that. But you've also got these limiting cards, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Five of Swords. Now you've got the Nine of Swords. You've got these aspects that are limiting this stepping up, this hearing the call to something more. It's almost like, so the Nine of Swords can sometimes be like anxieties, it's fears, it's worries, and sometimes it's fears and worries that we kind of build up in our mind to be maybe more than they are. So similar to what I talked about with the Four of Pentacles, you really do have enough. The Four of Cups here as well, you're possibly ignoring these gifts. So this Nine of Swords is also telling me that maybe for some of you that you've got this anxiety, but do you really need to have it. Okay, so they talk about this card where she's concerned about these 9 swords. You know, here in the image, they're firmly fastened to the wall. They are no threat to her. Also with this card, Chris Ann talks about the owl, and if we are to hear the hooting of an owl, you know, in the dead of night, it sounds extremely frightening. But because we have a point of reference and we know that owls are beautiful and gentle and wise and you know, they're very special, really, because we have that point of reference, if we hear an owl hoot, we go, oh, isn't that beautiful? That's an owl. But without that point of reference, we could build that up to be more than it is. We could be frightened of it. So I do feel like for some of my Capricorns, if there's some fear and anxiety, there may be an invitation to look at where that fear and anxiety is coming from. What point of reference are you using to make that assessment or assertion? Now, it is sitting in the position of relationships. Now, I do use the positioning of the cards fairly loosely, but if it is to do with relationships, it could be that you are concerned about a particular relationship in your life. That could be the case for some of you because there is this focus on connection. There is this focus on unconditional love. So I do feel like, as I said, there could be some anxiety around that. I feel like if you were to just allow yourself to surrender into that unconditional love, it may set up a place where it allows your heart space to open more, and these worries will just fall away. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I do think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, my friends. Bye-bye.